Today at Manchester Theatres, I am here with the glorious Lance Ellington, who is one of the UK's most prominent singers and performers. And he is a very much sought after guest vocalist too, having performed with orchestras and music stars across the globe. You might recognise him as one of the regular vocalists on Strictly Come Dancing. And of course, he is also the son of the very famous Ray Ellington, who is one of the world's largest and biggest, most famous jazz performers and band leaders like there has ever been. We are very thrilled to have you with us today and seeing that music is in your blood, because it means that you are coming to us at the Bridgewater Hall on Saturday, the 30th of December, with the Hallé Orchestra to perform a concert, The Best of the 90s. It's going to be a fantastic show and a great way to kickstart our New Year's celebrations. So thank you so much for joining me today, Lance. I really appreciate it.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited, I've got to say. I've worked with the Hallé on numerous occasions, and they are just the best. They really get into the whole spirit of the evening. So yeah, it's going to be such a great night. Can't wait.
Yeah, we're very lucky to have them here. And so the concert, we want to know everything. So we know it's the best of the 90s. So what songs can we look forward to? What songs are you singing? What are the guest performers are singing with you?
Oh my goodness. I mean, the thing is with these decade, with these eras, there's so many songs. It's what do you leave out, So obviously people are going to hopefully hear a lot of their favorite stuff. I mean, I'm personally doing some stuff from, I'm doing La Vida Loca, Ricky Martin, which is a great song, one of my favorite songs to sing. I'm doing stuff from Boys to Men. I mean, it's right across the board. And we've got songs from Meatloaf. We've got songs from Steps. I mean, it's just so diverse, So hopefully everyone is going to have something in the evening that they go away. Hopefully they'll sing along to everything, because we've obviously tried to pick with Capital Voices. There's myself, Annie Skates for Capital Voices, Steve Trowell and Emma Kershaw. And between the four of us, we're trying to cover as much as we can. But as I say, it's really hard with these eras because there was so much good stuff, and so hopefully everyone will have something that they go, oh, that's my favorite. I love this,
So like you've said, it's such a broad spectrum. So when the program is being put together, like the set list,
yes.
Who is it that kind of, for a concert like this, is it the conductor, Stephen Bell? Do you have a say so that you can make sure there's songs there that suit you vocally? How does the set list get put together?
Yes, well, Annie Skates from Capital Voices that puts us together, and who works with Stephen Bell. Obviously, Stephen, an incredible conductor. I've worked with him on numerous occasions. And between us all, we try and work out really who will sing which songs best. And with a concert like this, obviously, you've got to try and be cover as much as you can. So obviously, stuff from Meatloaf to Wet, 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 they're very, very different. But I've sort of got used to doing that on Strictly over the 16 years that, that I've been involved with the show. So you do tend to get very diverse stuff. But Capital Voices really puts the whole thing together. And then between us, we go, well, actually, I don't, I feel that could I sing this one? Or, I'd love to sing this song. I think, it'll suit me better or whatever. So, but we've worked together, Capital Voices, for quite a long time now. So it's, and he pretty much knows what will suit who, and which singer. So, we tend to get the stuff that really suits us.
And what I love is that there's kind of an almost 360 moment with some of this work, because of course you have worked with so many people, and there's the likes of Robbie Williams and George Michael, who I've seen are also on the playlist, and you've worked with them. You've mentioned Steps. I know you've written songs for Steps, and so is there like that kind of 360 moment in there for you as well?
It is, yeah, it is quite strange. I mean, it's amazing. I feel very blessed that over the years I've got to work with a lot of the, the big artists, the top artists. So actually, when you get to do their songs, it is quite strange. As you said, George Michael and Robbie. And of course, Steps. I love doing stuff with Steps. Actually, the song that we're doing is not one of the songs that I wrote. So never mind. But it's a song that I know everyone will get involved with, and join in with. And of course, a lot of these songs had routines that went with them and stuff. Yes. So I think everyone, hopefully it'll be one of those nights where everyone just lets themselves go and, gets dressed up. And I know the orchestra, the Hallé, an amazing orchestra. And the one thing I love about working with the Hallé is that they always get really involved in whatever the theme of the night is. So I'm sure there'll be plenty of costumes and stuff being worn. So it should be a lot of fun. I love
it. And like you've said, you have worked with the Hallé and of course the conductor Stephen Bell before.
Yes.
As well as obviously we know you've worked with lots of different people, but for us in Manchester, obviously they're a very special orchestra. And do you kind of find with the different orchestras and conductors, you kind of end up with almost a shorthand, because I'm guessing they've all got their own little unique quirks and ways of working. So what is it that keeps kind of pulling you to the Hallé and Stephen Bell?
Do you know what? We have such a wonderful relationship, and I feel, and because over the years, as I said, I've been so lucky to come up to Manchester. I love it up there. I've spent a lot of time up there and doing concerts, done a lot of stuff, at the Bridgewater Hall is just such a great venue. And of course, the home of the Hallé. So, the different projects, I know it's funny because, once you build up a good working relationship, I think it's something that you want to nurture, and you hope that, you can sort of go lots of different places with that relationship. As I say, with Stephen, we've done everything from disco to country music to, and to this. So it's great. And you always know with someone like Stephen, who is just so on it, and knows his stuff so well. And his sort of, the way he works with everyone, it just makes for a really lovely working relationship, And with those sort of days, when they're long rehearsal days, because you tend to start very early in the morning with the rhythm section first, going through all the songs and everything. And then the orchestra comes in the afternoon. And then, of course, you have the concert in the evening. So they're very long days. And someone like Stephen and Annie from Capital Voices, we've done it on numerous occasions that it sort of flows well and you know what to expect. Which when you have a day like that, you don't want any nasty surprises. So you want it to be as relaxed as possible so that you can go out on the night and and give your sort of best performance, really.
Yeah. Well, I was going to ask you about the rehearsal process for a one-off concert. So you've kind of said how the day goes there. Is that it? Because obviously you're all doing different things, and then this is a one-night concert. Do you just get that one day's rehearsal?
Well, we will rehearse vocally before that day, obviously.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that would be but we get together and rehearse. Plus, of course, we have our song list. So for a few weeks, we're really, any time that we have, we're learning, and that's part of our job. Really, that's what we do. And I'm sort of used to that process, especially with Strictly, with having to learn 13, 14 songs a week, every week. Although we would always have our lyrics, thank goodness, because that although there were a few moments of odd lyrics here and there, but yeah, with this process, so we have our song list, and then we just spend our time at home in our off time, our downtime. But you have to put that time aside really to learn. Otherwise, it would just be too much, obviously, to do on a day.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so that it's sort of process over quite a few weeks, and of course the process for Annie and Capital Voices and the arrangements that are done over months and months. So it's a big process for for one, you know, when people, obviously you go into the theatre and you sit down and you see the show, but obviously the preparation that's gone into it, like anything, any of those sort of, you know, productions, it's a lot. So, you know, we spend as much time as we can, you know, trying to learn the songs. And the thing is with concerts like this, you're not doing possibly the exact whole same arrangement as we would have done. You know, for instance, we're doing some medleys. We're doing a great sort of boy band medley. We're doing a great George Michael medley. So they're all sort of edited versions. So you've got to try and learn the correct version as well. Otherwise, that could be a bit tricky on the day. But yeah, I love that process. Yeah. You know, something that I've been lucky enough to do for a lot of years. And but it is nice when those songs come round and you go, oh, I remember doing this with such and such, or, you know. So it's really nice. I've got quite a few songs that I've never sung before that I'm doing in this concert. So I'm quite looking forward to that challenge.
Well, I was going to say as well, because you've got, like you've said, you've got all of this rehearsal, and then there's a buzz and an anticipation that it's just for one night, because it's kind of, you've got to get the tickets, because if you don't, that's it. You're not going to get another chance. Right. But then from the performance viewpoint, do you ever, with the one night concerts, do you ever kind of just go, oh, we've done all of that work and we've done that show and it was brilliant. I just want to do it again. Many
times. And that's really hard. And it's an enormous amount of work for one show. But you do hope, obviously, that you'll go on to do, over the years, you'll do more. Like with our country show, we you know, we've done 3 or 4. But, you know, it's that the amount of work that goes into those shows is huge. And but you just hope that, you know, you will get to do it more than once.
Well, I've been thinking, there's, like, with everything that we've said about you, I mean, obviously your Strictly background, your dad, the other work that you've done, the people that you've worked with that we've not even mentioned. I mean, like Sting, Gloria Gaynor, Michael Jackson. You've written songs for Steps, Westlife. You've got loads of albums and things like that. And I'm just thinking, with all of that, just putting it out there very, very not subtly, that it would be lovely to have a Hallé with Lance Ellington evening. So you've got your show as well. Can we make that happen?
I would love to make that happen. Let's do that. Let's make that happen. I know that the Hallé obviously book up very, you know, far ahead with their concerts and stuff. But let's work on that, because I would love nothing more than to do that for sure.
We love having you in Manchester. I've seen you before in loads of different shows. And again, like you said, they're so varied, the things that you do. And it's so interesting. So we would love, so Hallé people, there you go. That's our Christmas wish list, please.
Thank you. That would be wonderful.
Yeah. Is there, so we've talked about some of the songs and things. There's going to be, I was a teenager during the 90s. There's going to be so much nostalgia in there for me. And like you've mentioned, Meatloaf is one of my all-time favorites, and Robbie Williams, so different. Is there anything in there that's either you're really looking forward to doing because it's got a memory for you, or something completely different maybe that you haven't done before that you're excited about the challenge?
Well, I'm really looking forward to doing End of the Road, which Boys to Men. And I've loved that song for as long as I can remember. I've never got to sing it before, and I get to do a bit of it in this medley, in this boy band medley that we're doing. So I'm actually secretly, I'm really looking forward to that one. Really, really looking forward to it, and it's quite high as well. So I'm looking forward to it in a slightly a slightly hesitant way, but I'm really looking forward to doing it, because it's a song that every time I hear it, I think, oh, I love this. I really love it. So I remember when it came out. So that for what is definitely one for me. I'm also doing a Wet, Wet, Wet. I'm doing Love Is All Around. So yeah, it's going to be, there's quite a few actually. Yeah. And as I say, there's a lot of them that I've never sung before. So, which is unusual in a concert. So I don't know why. I don't know what happened with the 90s, why I missed out singing all of these songs. But we're making up for that on the 30th.
You were too busy writing half of them, probably.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much for your time today, Lance. Honestly, I'm coming along to the show. I
Oh,
cannot
it's great.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm coming with my mum and dad, and we're just going to absolutely love it. It is, as we've said, at the Bridgewater Hall on the 30th of December with the Hallé, the best of the 90s. Capital Voices with Lance Ellington. Come along, kickstart those New Year's Eve celebrations and have a brilliant, brilliant night. Thank you so much, and we will see you soon for the Lance Ellington and Hallé show.
And that would be great. And I look forward to seeing you on the 30th. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. All the best.
Thank you. Bye now.